us all from far and near. With every broadcast we spread the cheer.
We are Ham Radio. Welcome back, everybody. It's Freddie Mac, your Ham Radio Crusader, and we're back with another video about another HT review. Several months ago, I purchased a Retevis AILUNCE HA1G GMRS handheld, and my initial reviews were pretty decent. It was a good handled radio, and I thought, you know what, it's time to revisit it. I feel like I didn't give it a thorough enough review, and I thought, you know what, better way to review the HA1G is to get another one and bounce them off of each other as far as signal reports, audio reports, etc. So the folks over at Retevis sent me another one. Yes, it is brand new in the box, and we're going to open it up right now. I had to find the Unboxinator 2000 since I'm not sure where the Unboxinator 3000 is right now. And this thing is dull as a post. And we will now open the box. Ah, just the way I remember it. I don't ever know if I'm saying this right. AILUNCE is what I'm going with. HA1G, two-way radio user's manual. And if I remember correctly, it's a decently written manual because there's a lot of illustration. And yes, very, very nice. So let's set this aside. Thank you, Retevis, for sending in the programming cable with the radio. That's always helpful because this one takes a unique cable. It's not a standard K-type. We've got a charging brick, and it is rated at 5 volts at 1 amp. That ought to do it. A nice charging cradle, and if I remember correctly, this thing rests inside of that very, very well. It's got a C-type connector on the back, USB-A to USB-C, green for GMRS. I don't know. It's high power. And then we've got the battery, C-type charging on the back of it, belt clip, not sure if the screws are on the back of the radio or not. And then we have the radio itself, the AILUNCE HA1G. Oh, the screws are already in place. Outstanding. FCC ID is 2 Alpha 3 Oscar Hotel Alpha 1 Golf. AILUNCE. Two-way radio model Hotel Alpha 1 Golf. Frequency, GMRS. This is a GMRS radio, folks. And that's my talk pod, N58 Plus. And I just need to turn that down. Okay, and then we have the wrist strap. Oh, we always get one of those. And let's just put us all together and take a look. I haven't had the opportunity yet to charge this battery. So we're going to go into this cold and see what it's like. Oh, snapped right into place. Here's the part I remember the most. Boom. Right onto the charger. It ain't falling off. Sits in the charger perfectly. It's just so nice. I love that because a lot of walkies, you grab them and it's like, I can't get it to fit. And this one just like pops right in there. Especially when you're looking at it straight. This one just pops right in there. Like boom. No big deal. We're going to wait to put the belt clip on. Let's just turn it on. Oh, yes, I do remember this. I love the look of this screen for some reason. I would make a few changes if it was me, because sometimes it's hard to see black on a blue background. And I believe that indicates the VFO that is chosen at the moment. Yeah, there we go. That kind of toggles between the two VFOs. And the whole radio itself feels so good in the hand. Like it's always meant to be there. It reminds me of a Motorola Apex series radio. It's in the ham radio frequencies section, so you can't transmit on it. So let's go to 462.70000.
There's certain information that's not even showing up anymore.
And boom, just like that, I've got traffic on my GMRS radio. The Retevis AILUNCE HA1G. And this is off my home GMRS hub node. And it sounds really good. These are a couple of buddies of mine that talk on the network as well. So let's change this one to 462.5. Oh, that's channel mode. So the bottom one needs to be in VFO mode for 62,500. It's doing dual receive. Shows in green when it's receiving. When it's idle, it goes to blue, and back to green when it's receiving again. Superior audio. And when you transmit, you get a little indicator on the screen. I don't have the VFO, I don't have the CTCSS tone and plugged in, so it won't transmit right away. So let's go to radio setting. Let's see if I can zoom in on this a little bit more. We can go to radio setting, zone setting, but channel setting. So we want to go to channel because we're on VFO-A. We're going to select that. I'm not going to put an alias in there yet, but the bandwidth should be wide. Receive frequency and transmit frequency is already set, so let's do CTCSS, and this one is 100. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a turn of this dial to make it CTC. Hit it again, and now we can. You can't hardly see it because the numbers are in black, but we want to spin that up to 100 because that's the tone that we're at. So we'll hit enter and select. It's not touchscreen, so how do I bounce it over to the other one? Up and down arrows, that's it. And then we're going to turn the dial up to 100.0. Hit menu, and again to save it, hit exit, exit, exit. And we should be able to hit the node now. Oh yeah, I just caused all kinds of interference. We better turn that power down. Transmit power low. WRUT 923 testing the AILUNCE HA1G handheld made by Retevis. I can't tell you how good this radio feels in my hand. I just love it. And it's a great little GMRS radio. For the GMRS enthusiast, this is a good radio to have. So here's my ham radio Crusader GMRS hub node on GMRS hub 561026. We are logged in, so let's go to control and turn on the parrot. I'll tell it to parrot once. Actually, let's just turn on the parrot. WRUT 923 testing.
WRUT 923 testing.
That's pretty good audio. This is my GMRS hub Supermon page for the ham radio Crusader. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this belt clip on. As you can tell, the screws are built into the radio coming out of the package. So all you got to do is unscrew them. And as you'll notice, this is tilted, so it makes it a little difficult to get on there. So here's what I've done, and it seems to work for me. So I'll put that little bolt in there, and I'll put this over to the side like so, and get the thread started ever so gently, so I make sure I'm not cross-threading anything. And this piece right here will pop off if you're not careful. Slowly, carefully tilt that into place. Line up the hole. Get your other screw. There we go. Careful not to scratch everything. And just snug it up. And just like that, we've got it on there. Let's go test our walkie-talkies. GMRS, it's the future, people.
WRUT 923, this is me on the other AILUNCE HA1G downstairs. WRUT 923, I am now out in the front yard. Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 1. WRUT 923, I am now in the backyard. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. WRUT 923 testing, I am now in the garage inside of a metal structure. How do you copy? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. WRUT 923. WRUT 923, this is me walking around in the yard, looking for any kind of signal drift. Testing 1, 2, 3. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Testing walk around in the yard. WRUT 923. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. WRUT 923 testing into the back of the house, furthest away from the other radio. WRUT 923. This is me returning to the radio. WRUT 923.
All right, let's go get some signal reports. Be right back. Okay, here I am at low power. At low power at the first stop. This says low power, so let's try high power. This is high power on the same frequency.
WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, let's get a little further away and see what that's about. WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll switch to high power. WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's put some more distance between us. Okay, here we are at this distance and at low power. WRUT 923, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So let's try high power.
Hi, this is high power. The brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
And just so that we can say we've tested it, we're going to go high power on the mobile unit.
WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On high power mobile.
Okay, we've got one more distance to check. Let's try it out. Okay, here we are at the furthest distance on low power. WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And let's switch to high power.
WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the AILUNCE HA1G GMRS radio from a great distance. WRUT 923.
All right, just so we can say we're being fair, we're going to test the mobile radio on the same frequency. It's probably around 40 watts.
WRUT 923, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the mobile radio at high power. Quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Thank you for testing.
Well, what do you think? We'll see what happens, right? I kept the stock antennas on both radios. They're IP67 rated, and they're put on with a set screw, so they're really difficult to take off. It can be done. It has an SMA female connector under there, if I'm not mistaken. But let's test this radio for its merits and with everything that it came with. Stock radio out of the box. Let's see how it does. Once again on high power.
WRUT 923, testing on high power AILUNCE HA1G made by Retevis.
Let's test the FM radio while we're here. I don't want to get demonetized, so let's tune to an all-talk channel.
Words, John Wesley and others. Let's return America to the fundamental
Listen to that
Christian
beautiful sound.
principles,
For broadcast
standards,
FM
and
radio,
our founding fathers.
clear as a
Join
bell.
with thousands of Americans praying every day in corporate prayer for the United States of America.
That's right. A lot of features on this radio. It even has a weather setting.
3 inches. So this is 7.2.
This is NOAA Weather Radio from the National Weather Service.
For November. Sunset tonight is at 5:22 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:53 a.m.
This is Channel 3. I don't know if this is Tulsa or McAllister.
In Wichita, it was sunny with a temperature
This
of
is Channel 7.
In Fort Smith, it was cloudy with a temperature of 64.
This
And in
this
Fayetteville,
signal
it was
is
partly
even
sunny
better.
with a temperature of 63. Once again, in northeast Oklahoma, it was sunny and temperatures were between 68 and 70 degrees.
You can't go wrong with the Retevis AILUNCE HA1G GMRS radio. Okay, folks, this concludes our initial testing of the Retevis AILUNCE HA1G GMRS radio. My conclusion is it's worth every penny. This is a very good radio. It's durable, it's waterproof, and it puts out a really good signal. It has a very good receiver for FM broadcast and National Weather Service NOAA weather radio.
it receives very, very well. And it puts out a really good signal at high power for great long distances. Now, your line of sight's going to be even better, but it's a GMRS radio. It's meant for short distances. But it's also programmable to GMRS repeaters. We'll get into programming this radio in another video. But meanwhile, you can't go wrong with a Retevis AILUNCE HA1G GMRS radio. Everybody, this is Freddie Mac, your ham radio crusader, saying 73's wishing all the good signals to be yours, and ham on, y'all.